Yesterday officially marks 1 week since Fortnite Season 7 release, and I think I could say that unanimously the community loves it. And while most people have been having a blast, some want a few things changed. I mean, not everything is perfect in Season 7. Yeah, so as always, we listen to our fans on Twitter to see what they think needs to be changed or fixed, so if you want to get in our next video, be sure to follow us at Top5GamingX. But one thing everyone thinks needs to be fixed is the third-party UFO spamming. Okay, if I asked you what the most disliked thing about Season 7 was, I can guarantee that 99.9% of people would say the same thing first, the UFO spamming. UFOs themselves are super fun in Season 7, and they are honestly one of the coolest vehicles that Epic have added in a while, but that doesn't mean that the freaking gun on this thing isn't the most annoying thing in Fortnite right now. There is almost no counter to the gun, and it absolutely burns through all of your builds. A lot of people might think, hey, you know, just shoot down the UFO. Well, try telling that to this guy. Even if you shoot them down, the pilots of the UFOs just don't take fall damage, so they either get back up in the sky or just come down and third party you on the ground. We've all been in this situation, so yeah, these UFOs need a cooldown or something. But from overpowered to underwhelming, we have the Mythic Pulse Rifle. There aren't many Mythics in Season 7, that's just a fact. In the past seasons, we had so many that it was hard to keep track, but with Season 7, there's one. I'm not kidding, it's literally just one. And unfortunately, that one Mythic is the Pulse Rifle. You can get this thing from killing Dr. Sloan at Corny Complex, and, you know, it kinda sucks. The effort alone to get this thing is kind of annoying, having to land at Corny, which is already a really hot drop, and then taking out both the IO guards and Sloan, all for a gun which feels like the Stark Rifle from Season 4. Actually, it's worse than the Stark Rifle, so yeah, I can understand why a lot of the community dislikes this gun. But way more people think that this is the worst feature of Season 7. Let's talk about the gold prices. Something that came up time and time again when we were looking for the most hated things about Season 7 was this, and I'm sure you agree too. Gold this season is both much harder to get and much harder to spend. The price of upgrading weapons is insane. And buying stuff from NPCs feels almost impossible sometimes. This poor guy got the worst of it.
No problem.
I just spent all my gold. Why was that so expensive? It's 1K. I thought that said 100. There goes 3K gold.
It's so bad that you can literally use an upgrade bench for 200 gold and then go around the corner and find a vending machine selling the same thing for just 25 gold. And if that isn't just extortion, I don't know what is. I mean, maybe the alien invasion caused some like economic crisis or something, I don't know. But in all seriousness, we gotta mention problems with the Railgun. With a new season of Fortnite, there's always something that is super broken. The unibeams, the cuttlefish, you name it, it's tradition at this point. And this time around, it's a gun that literally shoots people through walls. You know the one I'm talking about. The Railgun is absolutely devastating, especially with pros that have gotten their hands on it. All you need is good aim and knowing where your enemy is, and boom, one shot kill through their own build. It's pretty hard to counter too if you're not expecting it. Like if you're inside a build, you don't see the red laser until it's the last second, and even if you build a ramp in your box, they can just shoot 2 railguns at the same time. It never ends. This is pretty much the #1 complaint from across the entire community in Season 7, and I'm sure Epic will do something about it in the future. The railgun itself is so fun to use, and it's honestly making me want to come back to Fortnite over and over again, but they do need to fix it a little. And it's not just guns, because people are also been complaining about the llamas. Yes, llamas are finally alive in Season 7, and it's their first big change since they came out 4 years ago. And while it's awesome that these guys are running around now, some players are finding it pretty annoying. Unless you're in squads, the llamas can be super tough to catch and open. While it's fun going on a wild chase after them, they have way too much health, and you end up either getting third-partied while chasing them, or you waste all of your ammo and only get half of it back. So yeah, maybe giving these guys a little less health would be awesome. A lot of the community wants to see that, but something that has everyone picking sides is the Chimera skin. I gotta admit, the battle pass for this season is pretty top-notch, except for one item who a lot of people think is up there for the worst tier 1 skin of all time. Chimera has a ton of customizable options and is our second custom skin in Chapter 2. But the difference between Chimera and Maya are both the designs and also the grind. A lot of people think Chimera is extremely ugly, but they have a ton of different faces to pick from, so someone's ugly alien could be another person's favorite skin. And that's why the main complaint is that Chimera styles are way too difficult to get. There aren't enough alien artifacts around the map, which means you gotta grind cosmic chests, and we'll get to why that is a problem in itself later. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the Chimera skin or not? Let me know down in the comments. But for now, let's talk about the No Live event. Season 6 gave us an entire playable event to open the season in a huge way, and it seemed like this season was gonna have something similar. Epic teased phone numbers, crop circles around the world, they showed us a television in the lobby, I mean they even had a mysterious character called Mari giving us radio messages, and a creative puzzle map that spelled the last reality. It really seemed like it was all leading up to something, but then Season 7 began and there was no event, no build-up, nothing. Just a cutscene and we were straight in the game. So we all kind of wish that we could have had something more like spectacular. For a mothership that size in the sky, it would have been cool to see it actually invade the actual map. But maybe when the welcome party or future live event happens, we'll get some justice. Let's just hope that they're working on a bigger live event and that's why one didn't happen last season. For now, we are left with the new Team Rumble. So like 80% of people who play Team Rumble use it for challenges and just exploring stuff they can't do in a regular match. Which is why the new changes to Team Rumble have annoyed a lot of people. So you spawn in and half the storm is already there, so you can't go to any POI you want for challenges. It also moves in super quickly, so you barely even have time to drop and loot up. Epic has removed all exploration from Team Rumble and made it pretty much entirely about the combat. And yeah, it's fun, but now all you can do is shoot people, and a lot of people are upset with that. But something way more frustrating are the cosmic chests. I think the cosmic chests in Season 7 are a really neat idea, and I love the concept a lot. But everyone agrees that they're a little too complicated and take a long time to open, way too long. A lot of people don't have all the time it takes to get your whole squad there and spending forever to open it. You're left out in the open with just your pickaxes, and the chest tells everyone where you are on the map. Not just that, but you can't even open it in solos at all, and if your teammate leaves, it breaks the chest entirely. So yeah, there's a little room for improvement here, but the idea is still awesome, and I can't wait to see more features like this in the future. But something Epic didn't really think about enough was the Recon Scanner. The Recon Scanner is such a cool gun. In fact, it's probably my favorite item they've added in the last 3 seasons. But the whole community agrees it's a little OP. Great for looting, but the power of the gun is scary. It shows everything on the map. It stuns llamas, it combos with the Railgun a little too well. I mean, that combo is deadly. It's borderline hacking. And as we were making this video, Epic Games actually just removed both of these guns from competitive. I mean, talk about timing. As for what they could do to make the Recon Scanner less OP, well, Epic could give it actual ammo rather than just like an infinite supply of wall hacks. But that might make the gun completely useless. I'm not exactly sure what the best fix is, but it needs fixing. And something that also needs fixing is bowling in Fortnite. So yeah, UFOs have the overpowered spam laser, but what's even more annoying is when you're just running around minding your own business and suddenly a truck gets thrown at you and hits you. I never see it coming. People are getting real good at playing bowling with UFOs and it's getting out of hand. And I'll completely level with you guys, it's really fun when you're the person doing it, but it sucks when you're the victim. I mean, I guess that's like every single OP item in Fortnite though. But you're also getting randomly abducted by UFOs. I mean, if you're in the middle of healing or trying to do something and you get abducted, it's annoying, you know? Especially if they throw you right into the storm. Like, I'm not even mad at this, it's just kind of annoying. I think we could all agree. Something that really needs changing though is still not having 100% chest spawns. It's been months since Epic removed 100% chest spawn, and we still haven't got it back or even a reason why it got removed in the first place. It's a pretty simple addition, but it would make Fortnite's pace way better. We spend so long looting and then just die in our first few encounters. This has been one of the most requested things to come back, and we agree, it definitely should. And while we're here, we have to talk about the Rick and Morty crossover. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Everyone here at Top 5 Gaming absolutely loves Rick and Morty, but a ton of the community was actually very upset when Rick got added into the game this season, and I'll explain why. Some people think it's way too mature for kids, and a lot of them just don't like the show or Rick in general. And fair enough, everyone has their preferences, but it's no surprise to see these guys in Fortnite. I mean, they are known for selling out to everyone to promote their show. It's part of the joke. But not every collab actually made it into the game, and that brings us to number 2, which is the canceled collaborations. In the weeks leading up to Season 7, Epic Games teased Samus through a comic, Loki through the Fortnite crew, hover bikes and loading screens, and Naruto in court documents. And guess what? None of these actually came to the game. Samus was canceled months ago, so we're not sure why she was in the Fortnite comic, and Loki's show has already premiered, but the skin is still not out. I'm sure Loki will come eventually, but we all expected him to be here by now because of how long ago they teased him. Will we see people like Naruto or LeBron James in the future? I mean, maybe, but I am losing hope by the day. And just before our final spot, we have to talk about skill-based matchmaking. And that's because it's the most hated feature in Fortnite's entire history. At least it's up there with the mech and the Infinity Blade. But unlike them, skill-based matchmaking is still in the game right now, and it isn't going away anytime soon. And well, normally we wouldn't have mentioned this, but the community will not let it go. We asked you guys for your most hated parts of Season 7, and you certainly gave us consistent answers. But now it's time for one thing that everyone in the community had a problem with, which are the map changes. Every season of Fortnite usually starts off with a bang, and we get a massive amount of map changes on day 1. But with Season 7, a lot of people are saying that it's underwhelming. Last time we got a huge primal area that changed so many POIs it made the whole map feel different, but this season we just got the primal area removed and not much else. Bony Burbs is still on the map, so they didn't even remove the primal biome fully. The middle of the map has a crater now which practically has nothing in it and really isn't worth dropping at. Usually the middle POI is one of the coolest, but it's kinda dead this season. And also Coral Castle is still here. I mean, luckily according to leakers it won't be here long, so I'm happy to hear that, and apparently a lot of other people are too. But yeah, that's everything that most people are hating on this season. Like I said, we normally make these videos just to kind of give like constructive criticism to Epic Games, so if you work at Epic, hi. And also we don't hate you, Epic. Please don't cancel our creator code. Anyways, this has been Top 5 Gaming. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.